Good afternoon, pupils. Good afternoon, boys and girls. In today's class, we are going to be learning more about community leaders. Remember, we said that during the last class that community leaders are those who direct other members of the community. And we said that they are also those who makes law, rules, and also guide others in the community. And we mentioned some of some community leaders, and we also mentioned where they make law, okay, or where they direct, or where the community leaders where they operate. So I remember we mentioned we have some community like the country, like the state, like the town, school, church, mosque. And all this community, all this community I mentioned earlier, they have their community leaders. That means they have those who direct the affairs of those community. So we are going to be learning about the roles of these community leaders. A community leader make sure that things go well and that people obey rules and regulation in the community. So, as a community leader, you should make sure that if you that rules and regulations are obeyed in in the community. Okay, so a leader also helps people to solve problems and punishes those that disobey rules. Like I said, as a community leader, they ensure that rules are being obeyed and those who disobey rules are being punished by these community leaders as well. So, what are the roles of the specific leaders? The president is the number one leader we're going to be talking about. And remember, I said that the president is in charge of the country. So, he directs the affairs of the country. So it directs all the affairs of the country. Okay, and I gave names of President of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari. I gave the name of the President of the United States of America, President Joe Biden. So, and the basic role of the president is they direct the affairs of where? The country. Okay, then the second community leader we're going to be talking about is the governor. The governor directs the affairs or activities of the states. Okay, president, country, governor, the states. Okay, so it shows that the president is in the is higher than the governor or is more important in the country than the governor. Okay, so the governor is restricted to the state to a state, while the president oversees all the states and the country at large. And we also mentioned some governor. We mentioned governor of Lagos State, President Babajide Sanwo-Olu. So we now move to king or chief. So what is the role? They maintain law and order in their community. So chief and or king, they maintain law and order in the community or town. And also they help to keep people's tradition. So you can say kings and or chief, they maintain law and order in the community or town. Okay, so the next community leader is the headmaster, headmistress, or the principal. And what do? They make sure that rules and regulations are followed in schools. Okay, so in a school, you have to follow rules and regulation. And the headmistress or the headmaster is in charge of of this community. They make sure that rules and regulations are followed in schools. Okay, so the next one is a pastor, reverend, or priest. Remember that I said that pastors teaches people in the church about God. And also church is for Christians. Christians go to church. Okay? Christians go to church, and pastors are the community leaders in churches, and they teaches people in the church about God and the right way of life. So, okay, so also we have imam. Remember I said imam, we also have imam, and imam are those, or we can say they are community leaders in charge of mosque. And the Muslims are those who attend the mosque. So they teaches people, the imam, they teach people in the mosque about God. And what's the name of that God? Allah. And they teach people the right way of life in the Muslim way. So that's all about community leaders and their roles. So we've learned about the roles of pastors, reverend, or priest, learned about the roles of headmaster, headmistress. So the role of pastor, you just say, okay, they make sure that the activities in the church are maintained. Then the headmistress they make sure that rules and regulations are being followed in schools, or the headmaster or the principal. Schools, when you remember schools, you remember the headmistress or the headmaster or the principal. Then the chief or king, they maintain law and order in the community or in the town. Okay, and the president, they direct or maintain law and order in the country. So president, country, then the governor, they direct the activities or affairs of the states. So when you note all those key points, you'll be able to know the roles of each community leaders. Okay, so that's going to be all for now. Bye.